Tyler, I am not trying to cancel you.
Please cancel me. Please.
When somebody says stuff like, please cancel me, that communicates to me that they are trying to say something provocative for attention. People who try to have hot takes are annoying, stupid, and cringe.
Cats are getting kidnapped. Is that true?
Yes, my mom actually seen a post on Facebook.
I just want to show you guys what Facebook is. Mom looks at pictures like this and goes, wow, these young African boys, they're so talented. Look at them. They made this entire thing out of Coke cans. Holy.
There's bullet holes on that thing. Inside beryllium truck. That's the equivalent of one of the trucks in the U.S. that carries the cash, which means that someone's probably planning to steal from it right now.
Oh wow, it looks like it was just kind of scratched. Now, I had to look in this a little bit more. The company that owns this is called Beryllium, and Beryllium just bought out a company called Guardsman. Guardsman has red trucks, so would it really be that the car shot up with bullet holes and they're continuing to use it? Or that the car was red, they wrapped it black, and the car scraped against something, and now it's there?
What the fact that he dug into that is actually insane. All right, let's do this. Vince Vintage popped into the stream and demanded that I react to this. Now, he didn't demand it, but he's like, Papa, did you see, like, I exposed Tyler Oliveira? This is the guy who made, like, apparently a recent video where it was like, investigating George Floyd's, and then he put murder in quotations. Like, you're a loser, obviously. I didn't get around to looking at it. Frankly, I didn't want to look at that video specifically because I'm just, like, tired of just the obnoxious, like, it's just going to be, like, it's going to be obnoxious bullshit, frankly. I just didn't feel like engaging with it. It's just childish. It's obviously stupid. It's probably like a little bit of racism mixed into that. You know, we know that George Floyd wasn't the ideal person, but that police officer still killed him in cold blood. Let's just be real, and deserves to go to jail. So that's just the reality of the situation. So I want to watch this now. Let's watch this Vince Vintage video exposing Tyler Oliveira, YouTube's biggest liar. All right. Incredible stuff. Let's get this party started. After we put it on 125.
Now this here is Tyler Oliveira, YouTuber turned investigative journalist.
Is it Oliveira? Okay, my bad.
With 7 million subscribers, Tyler's had quite a bit of impact on the world, with hit videos such as cat-eating Haitians in Springfield, Ohio.
Oh, okay, so I was probably right. Because there was no actual evidence that any of that was happening, so just perpetuating whatever obnoxious lie he sees for, I guess, money and clout.
Or neo-Nazis uprising in Germany. His investigative work into hot-button political situations reaches hundreds of millions of people. Now, while Tyler claims his videos raise awareness of the problems in our world,
We are informing people about current events, topics that the broader public needs to be aware of.
and that he's YouTubified news and journalism,
We've YouTubified traditional news and documentarian content.
and while
It's just funny because I see people talk about like alternative media all the time. They typically are right-leaning individuals. All the time talking about it because, you know, the left-wing media failed us. I mean, all media failed us to an extent. Some of these narratives can get very hyperbolic and sensationalized. What I find funny is one of the biggest alternative news sources is Tucker Carlson, who was fired from Fox News after costing Fox $800 million in a lawsuit because he actively and knowingly lied about the Dominion voter election fraud situation because he knew it wasn't real and he still pushed it. There are text messages of him saying this. He knew he still pushed it because they were getting beaten out by other smaller conservative TV shows like OAN. And so, you know, that's your alternative media for you. Or Elon Musk, alternative media sensation Elon Musk, who's constantly getting community noted by his own very right-leaning platform where he intentionally signal boosts his own content. Because one time he got upset that Joe Biden got more likes on a tweet than him for the same topic. So always incredible stuff.
while his fans state that Tyler's one of the greatest journalists of our time, that he's unbiased, a searcher for the truth, I'm here to tell you today that this is all a big lie.
Oh, I believe it, guys.
In my opinion, Tyler pushes hoaxes for truth, dehumanizes people for clicks and
Yeah, he's just Joey Salads, but without the piss in his mouth. But then again, you never know. There's still time. There's still time.
views, and manufactures fake videos to sell to hundreds of millions of people as hard-hitting journalism. In my opinion, Tyler only throws gasoline on the problems in America, all in the name to get clicks and views. Today, we are going to expose who Tyler Oliveira really is. Because whether you're left-leaning, right-leaning, you like Tyler, you hate him, I think everyone can agree that a lie is bad. And when those
No, I love lies all the time. I love them so much. What are you talking about?
lies are pushed to hundreds of millions of people as the unbiased truth, I would say there's a little bit more than just the problem. Now, normally I don't make exposed videos, but after me and Tyler got into a little Twitter spat, it led
Wait, did they get into a Twitter spat? I kind of want to see what this is. Sorry. The left villainizes white men. Tyler Oliveira. The left quite literally hates young men. All masculine traits are evil. White men especially are the villains in their plot of every fictional or historical plot. I don't think that the media hates white men. I think that sometimes things get a little bit cringe, but I think that there's a victim narrative going on here. YouTube essayists who tell you how to think and what to think do not travel the world talking to real life people with different perspectives than them. They photosynthesize blue light and seed oils. Oh, so seed oils. All right. Well, now you know he guzzles cum because the seed oils. The hate of seed oils is very popular from RFK, the guy who said the polio vaccine might have killed more people than it actually saved, just to be clear, who's now walking that back because he realizes how stupid it is and he wants an actual position on Trump's team. But that's what this is coming from. So once you talk about seed oils in a negative way, I know you're stupid. Sorry. That's pretty much all I got to say to you for that one there, bud. But okay, good stuff.
Led me down a rabbit hole of his content that I thought was so twisted and sick.
I like how petty that is. He had a Twitter spat. He's like, I'm just going to fuck this guy up. He just decides to go look through Tyler Oliveira's shitty content. Oh, Oliveira. Sorry, I got to get it the right way.
That I thought the entire world should know about it. And I'm so surprised that all this stuff I'm going to talk about has never been mentioned before online. Now, I'm not going to talk about Tyler's drama with Soft White Underbelly, Brent Riviera, the Las Vegas Tunnel people. Everything in this video is newfound stuff that I've discovered over the past 4 or 5 months. So, before we get going, Tyler, I am not trying to cancel you.
I dream of people come for the cancellation.
See, I told you, he loves cum. That's his favorite thing, I told you.
Bring it. Please cancel me. Please.
I'm not trying to take you off the plane.
Just to be clear, when somebody says stuff like, please cancel me, that communicates to me that they are trying to say something provocative for attention. I have some takes that are not super politically correct. I don't try to tell you those takes in a way that tries to draw attention. I try to give those takes in the most respectful way because I don't want people to misinterpret what I have to say. He's trying to have hot takes. People who try to have hot takes are annoying, stupid, and cringe. So...
platform. I'm not even going to call you a racist, a Hitler, Tyler Hitlevera.
I think when you start throwing around the R word, the conversation becomes a lot more difficult.
I'm just going to call you for what you really are, a liar. So today, let's discover who Tyler Oliveira really is. Now, Tyler's journalism consists of him going into hot-button political situations, talking to both sides, and always coming to the conclusion that whatever city he's in, it's ending all of a sudden, that it's the worst place he's ever seen. Now, these videos are seen by hundreds of millions of people. People actually take these in for journalism. But this is all just a facade. Now let's go to his video, Oakland, where every crime is legal. Now, this video consists of Tyler going to Oakland, California, talking all about the car break-ins and how they've gone up 50 million% or whatever it is.
This is Oakland, California.
Owner of this property is not responsible for any theft or vandalism. Owner of this property is not responsible for
Lawlessness, crime, homelessness, police giving up.
Well, I know California has some problems with some of the with some crime, specifically because they decriminalized, I think, stealing over or under a certain amount. I'm not sure too much about the carjacking stuff, though.
And the whole video essentially boils down to, if you come to Oakland, your car will get broken into. So just keep that in mind. Now,
I just got a new car, too. I should have kept the old shitty Kia Soul, I guess.
In the beginning of the video, we see Tyler at a gas station, and we can hear overhead this audio playing.
Owner of this property is not responsible for any theft or vandalism.
Now, if you're at a gas station and they're playing that overhead, it's got to be pretty bad with the car break-ins.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine. I imagine that that's something that we already would know or expect from the business, but the fact that they feel like they have to say it, I guess, means I would communicate to me that they are having issues where there's a lot of break-ins, yeah?
So we see Tyler vlogging around, and then we see the next shot of this Kia. And if we look on the dash...
yeah, there's a problem with Kias. Like, they sent me a thing where the Kia was trying to give people, like, those things you attach to your steering wheel because there were so many break-ins because they're so easy to break into, apparently, the Souls specifically. That like they were trying to give that out for like a protection thing.
You can see a PS5 with the PS5 controller.
Why the fuck would you leave that on your dashboard?
Why would someone leave a PS5 on their dash at the gas station where they're overhead playing? Your car is going to get broken into.
That doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute. Why would they do that? Oh my god, he Joey Salads it, dude. He drank his own piss. I mean, he set it up and then paid people to break into the car. No, it seems like he set this up for it to happen though.
But let's continue on. Now, in the next shot, we see the same Kia. And if we look on the dash, we can see that same PS5 and the controller. Now, why would Tyler be filming this from far away? Maybe Tyler was trying to bait someone into breaking into this car.
Yeah, I do it all the time. I go and I buy my PS5s once a week and I just sit in the gas station. I don't even stay in the car. Despite the fact that I have a credit card or a debit card that I use to get my gas, I get out all the time with my PS5 and a controller on the front hood of it. That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
That seems like a crazy theory. How could we know that that's Tyler's car? Well, later on in this video, Tyler gets a parking ticket.
While the police may not do anything if you break into someone's car, commit grand theft auto, steal an ATM, or beat and rob an old lady on the street, if you park on the side of the street and don't pay the meter, you will be fined and punished.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm just going to assume that he parked his car intentionally to get it to get a ticket.
We got a $61 parking ticket.
And he complains that,
pretty cheap considering.
Wow, people could break into cars and do drugs, but I get a parking ticket. Well, if you look at that parking ticket a little closer, Oh, we could see it's the same license plate that is on the car at the gas station.
Oh my god.
So Tyler went to the store, bought a PS5, put it on the dash, left his car out, and hid out in a little bush trying to capture someone breaking into his car. Tyler is baiting someone into breaking into his car to try to capture it on footage. Because what would make the ultimate footage for Tyler? Oh my god, I went to Oakland, California, and the break-ins are so bad that my car got broken into. And clearly, no one broke into it, because who would be dumb enough? Clearly looks like some like cop sting operation shit. This is like levels of like faking a prank video times 10. But when you're trying to pass this off as actual news footage, on the ground journalism, I would say that's not something a truthful journalist would do. And after catching this right here, it
Wait, does somebody actually break into it or no?
really made me think, could I seriously trust anything in Tyler's videos? Is this something that a investigative journalist would do, leave a PS5 in one of the highest car breaking areas in the fucking country? I don't think so. Like, what the fuck? Like, and Tyler still used this footage. That's what blows my mind.
Well, I don't think anybody was going to pick up on that. Honestly, I wouldn't have even expected that to be picked up on personally, but that's a good catch.
And didn't think anyone would find this. Like, look at that. It is a PS5 combo package deal with a controller on the dash. How fucking dumb are you? Like, Tyler went to Best Buy and was considering like, should I just get the PS5? No, I should get the PS5 and the controller. Someone would definitely break into a car for the controller as well.
Shit, I'd consider it.
Well,
Well, especially depends on how long ago this happened. Because there was a time where PS5s were like impossible to come by, and you had to get a controller with it if you got it from what is it called? If you got it from GameStop, you had to get it with the controller. That was like part of the whole deal. They would not sell it to you otherwise. It was actually very annoying because I got it. I shouldn't have, but I did because I'm a stupid asshole.
so throughout the rest of this video, just think about this. This is how far Tyler's willing to go to make a good story.
We've YouTubeified traditional news and documentarian content, basically.
Like you bought-
What that means, whether you want to believe it or not, is that they are not held to the same standards as the media is. And the media is crap, understandably so. They will sensationalize narratives, but they're still held to a higher standard than some random person on YouTube. They're held to zero standard.
the controller. Why would you buy the controller as well? So let's go to Tyler's video, Oakland, where every crime is legal. Now, Tyler's video started out with him flying to the place, checking it out, talking to both sides, and he'll intersperse news clips or relevant news footage of these events happening in that city.
With 1 of every 30 residents having their cars stolen last year, a 38% increase in robberies, 23% increase in burglaries, and 44% increase in motor vehicle theft.
Because frankly, when Tyler goes to these places, it's not as bad as he always wants it to be. So by Tyler showing all these news clips, it could seem way worse than what it really is. Now, Tyler is passing this along as actual information, that this is actually how the city is. Now, these news clips are always from the city that Tyler's in. Or are they? In
Oh, shit.
this Oakland video, Tyler brings along this prestigious reporter, Darren Stalkup.
I met up with Bay Area native and investigative journalist Darren Stalkup to hit the streets and see what's really going on in Oakland.
Tyler shows clips of him going on Fox News, that he's been all around town investigating the homeless crisis within Oakland, California. Now, this guy isn't a journalist. He's actually a used car salesman who pulled a $7,000 GoFundMe scam a couple months earlier.
Well, not for nothing, but all you have to do is tell me somebody is a used car salesman or a regular car salesman, and I already know that they're a bad person. That's it. I mean, you're selling cars? Every experience with them sucks. It's always horrible. It's fucking terrible buying a new car. Just let me buy it from the actual vendor for the you know that like the MSRP is there and then there's a kickback. So like if your car is like $60,000 and you buy it, the dealership gets 3% of that in a kickback from the original place. So just sell it to me for the MSRP minus the 3% of 60,000, which is what is that? I don't even know. Fuck math. $1,800? I don't know. You get my point. But no, we can't do that. We got to be obnoxious about it. Just let me buy it directly from the dealership. Not the dealer. Just let me buy it directly from, like, I want to get a new Kia. I want to get a new Ford. I put it together online. Beep, 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 beep. A guy calls me up. Hey, we want to finalize the deal. Did you want XYZ? Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, awesome. We're going to send it to your house. Free delivery. Or maybe you pay the delivery because you have to pay. You usually have to pay. That's one of the fees that you pay for too. All right, it's going to cost you $58,000 plus like $750 to get it to you. Because you have to pay that fee anyway when you buy a new car. Who gives a shit? You know?
I talk a lot about right-wing grifters in my videos, but this week Fox hosted one that was so lazy. I'm honestly kind of impressed. This guy, Darren Mark Stalkup, is trying to raise $10,000 to move from the Tenderloin neighborhood of San Francisco to another neighborhood in San Francisco.
I'm currently looking at the Chinatown neighborhood, but I'm open to other districts as well.
And it's actually actually working. I looked into this guy a little more, and he has another GoFundMe, also for $10,000, but this one is trying to achieve world peace. So either world peace is like a lot cheaper than I thought, or, and far more likely, he just wants $10,000.
But let's continue on. So the used car salesman's riding around with Tyler, and all of
Wow, Tyler, we're only 8 minutes into this video, and Tyler's getting absolutely decimated.
a sudden he brings up how he's seen kids as young as 7 years old walking around with guns in Oakland.
That's
that sounds
crazy.
pretty wild. Tyler then shows
We gotta get rid of those kids.
this news clip on screen.
I don't know why we're being followed when there's no doubt criminal activity left, right, and center.
A lot of the kids have guns now, so when I'm walking around, I'm not looking for some 25-year-old guy with a gun. I'm
15-year-olds out here?
I'm looking for 7-year-olds with guns.
So when the reporter brings up kids with guns,
That's what I always say when I'm walking around. I'm just looking for 7-year-olds with guns. I don't usually I'm usually cold. So I'm like, I'm looking for 7-year-olds with guns, guys. Just cold guy looking for 7-year-olds that have firearms, so I could take the firearms and protect them. I'm trying to protect the children. I'm trying to protect. Did you guys know I'm a doctor? I'm a doctor. I have a lawsuit going on, so for being disrespectful, but I am a doctor.
guns in Oakland, Tyler intersplices a news clip of a teen in trouble that we're led to believe is from Oakland. Because frankly, Tyler doesn't see the kids with guns, so he's got to show news clips to prove that this is actually happening. But what if I was to tell you that this news clip he shows as evidence isn't from Oakland, but from Miami, Florida, 2 years ago?
Damn, wait a minute, but that's supposed to be a conservative area, so it can't, this cannot possibly be happening. No!
But Tyler passes it off as this is what's happening in Oakland. Even though we can't see the kids with guns, we'll just take his word for it. Teen in trouble. Sounds really bad. But let's continue on. Maybe this is just a little mistake. So Tyler and Darren are talking to a business owner, and they bring up all of the machine guns that are in Oakland, and that's why crime...
I mean, that should be enough to be like, oh, this guy's dog shit, but like, unfortunately, conservatives do not care. I'm not trying to be that guy because they don't care. Tucker Carlson, I explained before, literally got fired for lying on purpose. They still guzzle him to the like down the throat. So it just doesn't matter. They don't care.
Crime is up. It is so horrible up there. Oakland is so bad that people have machine guns and they're walking around. Mind you, it's California. Like, the gun laws are insane here. And then Tyler shows this clip, a scary black...
Well, that's the thing. The gun laws don't work. That's the claim, guys. The gun laws don't work.
man with machine
Even though despite the fact that gun laws generally do work. It's funny because like New York has stricter gun laws. People are like, oh, there's still so much gun crime in New York. It's like, yeah, that's more densely populated. But then also like 75% of gun crimes happen with guns that were getting outside of New York with less strict gun laws. So just to be clear, something to keep in mind.
manhunt in the corner.
I believe it's necessary for law-abiding citizens to have the means and capability to defend themselves.
I agree with that. We just need more common sense gun laws.
As you know, all the criminals out here have guns, so I have no problem with you. And I actually feel
guns.
safer.
Machine guns?
And we're led to believe
That's a machine
this is
gun.
actually happening in Oakland. But this clip isn't from Oakland. It's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Once again, Tyler is literally making shit up to push a narrative. And this is in nearly every video Tyler releases. Let's go to Tyler's video where he goes to Memphis, the most violent city in America. In the beginning, Tyler shows this clip of two scary black men robbing a car in a gas station, and we're led to believe this is from Memphis.
This is Memphis, the most violent city in America.
But it's not. It's from Chicago PD, and Tyler even goes out of his way to cut out the Chicago PD in the upper left-hand corner.
Jesus. See, Vince won't even edit his videos. He said the wrong thing and left it in. That's how much I respect you. I'm just fucking with you. I love Vince. He's very good. But that's insane.
So Tyler deliberately knew what he was doing. Now, normally I wouldn't really care about this type of thing, but Tyler is using all of these...
I wouldn't normally care about this, but Tyler fucked with me on Twitter, so I decided to ruin his reputation. I fucking love it, dude. I love this level of petty. I literally eat it up.
violent images and video to pass off a narrative that these places that he visits are so horrible. And it's really being used to just make up shit about the city, because frankly, it's not as bad as he wants it to be. And when you're at the point of having to use random news footage to sell off this narrative, I would say that's not really the unbiased truth or investigative journalism. But it doesn't end there with Tyler. In his video, I investigated the gun violence capital of America, aka Chicago, Tyler shows this clip when the man's talking about petty theft in Chicago.
But all the crime down here is just like petty theft, breaking into cars, go to certain neighborhoods.
Now, petty theft is non-violent theft that is under $500. It isn't some burglary or mugging or whatever. But while this guy's talking about petty theft, Tyler then shows this clip to almost disprove the guy. Like, wow, he's talking about petty theft, but clearly there's 4 black men robbing a car in the middle of Chicago. That sounds pretty wild. But once again, this clip isn't from Chicago. It's from Houston, Texas, 4 years ago. I can do this all day long. Tyler makes up shit to fit his narrative. And when that narrative is being used as the unbiased truth or journalism, I would say that's pretty bad, in my opinion. But let's just continue on. Or let's go to Tyler's video. I investigated the murder capital of America, New Orleans. Now, Tyler's talking about living a life of crime, and he shows this clip on screen.
A lot of people die due to gun violence. With murders happening every day, countless kids are left without strong parental figures, get raised by the streets, live a life of crime, have a few.
Wow, a black man just shooting someone in the middle of the...
You know, it's unfortunate because there are black areas with higher levels of crime, right? Because black people tend to be poorer. It's a lot of a conversation about like the history of systemic racism. But I guarantee you that Tyler Oliveira's audience is sitting there being like, "This is why black people are bad. This is why black people are wrong." It's all a dog whistle. Like it's all it's like Twitter dog whistling. It's like, "Oh, see, this is the problem with black people." That's what it's all about. This is like the Dr. Mike Israel dog whistling, where it's like most stuff boils down to genetics. There's no like, you know, once after 13, your parents don't actually have an impact on you anymore. Because I read one twin study and that's what it said. That's the claim that it made. So like that must be the fact now. Genetics are like basically everything. You know, that's what it comes down to. They might come off or sound reasonable, but they're trying to dog whistle. Like they're trying to dog whistle that certain races are better than other races.
The day, oh my God, New Orleans is absolutely horrible. But that clip literally says it's from New York. That is how lazy Tyler is with his content. He is just taking random violent imagery, putting it in his videos, and trying to sell it off as this is the truth.
Our goal is simply to educate, inform, and entertain, and hopefully do all three at once. We're boots on the ground, as they say, balls deep, trenches thick.
Is this really what a journalist would do? Let's go to Tyler's Sweden video. Sweden, inside the country that pays immigrants $34,000 to leave. Now in this video,
Sweden? What? They have like a better quality of life than us in like every way.
Tyler's interviewing a Muslim activist, and Tyler asked the question, is Islam's values maybe not compatible with Sweden?
Of Islam conflict.
Probably not. No religious values, whether they're Islamic or Christian, are compatible with Sweden. Just to be absolutely clear.
With Swedish society and Swedish law.
The Muslim lady goes into Islam and all these other countries, but when Tyler goes to the part of her talking about Islam in Sweden, Tyler shows this video on screen.
The way someone see Islam in Afghanistan or in Somalia or in Iran or in Sweden is obviously different.
And we're led to believe, wow, while this lady is talking about Islam being peaceful, they are protesting. Oh my God, and there's an ISIS flag. Clearly that isn't just a peaceful protest, they have ISIS flags in Sweden. But once again, this clip isn't from Sweden. It's from motherfucking Malaysia.
Okay.
And I can do this all goddamn day.
Dude, this is insane. This guy's such a scumbag.
Long, Tyler. It's nearly in all of your videos you are passing this off as the truth. Because frankly, when Tyler goes to these places, it's not as bad as he wants it to be.
Just trying to get like some news on social media. So do you have some idea, or do you want to get?
Damn, it's like Tyler Oliveira wants to be like Andrew Callahan, except the conservative side. So he's desperately trying to like sensationalize. It's so funny. Like he wants to be. This person wants to be like Andrew Callahan, who's like a very well respected. He goes places and he talks to like real people and he finds out real things. But this guy's just trying to sensationalize information for attention.
You get detained for obstruction.
I mean, you can detain me, but am I under arrest? If so, for what charges?
Harassment.
You're gonna arrest me right now?
So you're being detained, sir.
Whoa. That's, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Oh, he's one of those guys. I hate police auditors on the internet. They're so annoying. They just go and harass police officers. They'll go into like public buildings and just be like, I can film wherever I want. They'll like just harass people all day. Just because something's technically legal doesn't mean that you're not an obnoxious, like, annoying fuck. So.
You're not identifying yourself or not?
Okay, I'm on public property.
Are you going to identify
you can't strong arm me.
Yes or no?
We're going to court over this if you want.
And once again, I would just, let me be clear. Is this what a really thorough investigative journalist would do? Be so lazy with the content that they make that they're just throwing in random news clips of, as we've seen right now, only black guys committing crimes, all to amplify the video and make it seem as horrible as possible.
Well, he knows his audience, so.
Is that what a journalist would do? I don't think so. Now,
that's what Fox News would do.
I know Tyler is intentionally doing this because I've backchecked a lot of his videos, and a lot of the news clips are from the city that Tyler's in. And these are just a few of the examples that I found. But trust me, it takes a hell of a lot of time trying to backsource like where these news clips are from, especially when Tyler doesn't show the title or link any sources in his videos. So this is just a few that I found. I can't even imagine how many more there are. Now, beyond using random news clips as actual evidence of all of these cities falling apart, what about the other lies Tyler has in his videos? Now, let's go to his one video. Tyler investigates the murder capital of the world, Jamaica. Now, Tyler makes it a point that it is so dangerous here. It's the murder capital of the world.
This is Jamaica, the murder capital of the world.
That's a big old knife.
Wow, that knife's Jamaican me horny. Oh, sorry.
so he has to hire a local guide to protect him and show him around. Now, walking around the town, Tyler says this.
I'm over by the farm.
The farm?
The farm. That is our farm.
Right over there.
Yeah, we can go over there. Come.
While my guide was nowhere in sight, I first thought I was setting myself up to get robbed, but it turns out this guy was giving me a full tour of the community with unexpected hospitality.
All right, we're visiting the garden right now. A little baby young mango. Is this where you make the juice?
So I'm thinking, oh my God, Tyler's gonna get murdered. Tyler's in the murder capital of the world without his guide. Oh my God, he's gonna die. He's gonna get robbed. Seems pretty bad. But let's watch this interaction from a different angle.
Is this where you make the juice?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, this is what we just tried.
Oh, okay. That's Tyler's cameraman. That's clearly the same thing going on. Where's this camera angle from? Oh, it's almost like his guide was right there and took this footage, but Tyler had to sell it off is that his guide was nowhere to be seen and that Tyler was going to get murdered.
Well, my
That's so funny.
guide was nowhere in sight. I first thought I was setting myself up to get robbed.
Tyler's guide posted a 2-hour-long vlog of their entire day, and the guide was there the entire time. Tyler wasn't walking on his own about to get murdered. That was all just made up.
While my guide was nowhere in sight, I first thought I was setting myself up to get robbed.
It's so funny because this is like how the mainstream media sensationalizes information. They'll take what's going on and they will like add a sensationalized aspect to it. That's what they do. So like this is how they lie. This is how the media lies, and this is how Tyler lies. Except he seems to be doing it worse. Is that this like, oh, technically I'm here, but then I'm going to throw a narrative onto it. It's not necessarily all false, but well, he actually is actively lying in this sense. But
robbed.
And this is just something where it's so small. But why do you have to lie about this? I walked around on my own in the murder capital of the world. Like, really, Tyler's dissing the guy that he's doing a horrible job and just left and disappeared. But he's right there. He is right there filming this footage from a different angle. You were literally just making shit up to just sell a narrative. That this place is absolutely the most despicable thing you've ever seen. Now, if he's willing to lie about something so small like this, to just really just amplify the violence and the crime here, when he clearly doesn't see it around him, what else would Tyler lie about? Now, later on in this video, Tyler's walking around Jamaica in a clearly peaceful-looking town, and he's asking all of these people, how bad is the crime here? Am I gonna die if I walk around here? And clearly, no one's buying into it.
You think we'll die today?
No, not today.
Not today?
Not today. Today's ugly.
And
no, not today. Maybe tomorrow, though.
that's not what he wants to hear. He has to amplify the violence and the crime of where he's at. So while Tyler's looking around, he sees this truck, and he says this.
I mean, if it was such a violent place and he was so afraid, he just wouldn't go. Let's be real.
So you're talking about...
I walked around with the PlayStation 5 in the murder capital, and I wasn't attacked. What the hell? What's going on here? Why aren't you attacking me for this PS5? Meanwhile, the only reason that they're not doing it is because they have different plugs in Jamaica, and it wouldn't work out, right? Because everybody has to have a different fucking outlet. Ridiculous.
There's bullet holes on that thing. We saw a beryllium truck. That's the equivalent of one of the trucks in the U.S. that carries the cash, which means that someone's probably planning to steal from it right now.
So
what?
There's bullet holes on the truck, and that means someone's planning to steal it right now.
That's pretty crazy that there's bullet holes on that truck.
There's bullet holes on that thing, which means that someone's probably planning to steal from it right now.
Well, I mean, I think it's more insinuates that somebody tried to steal from it another time.
That's how bad it is. People are robbing the cars. They're robbing the bank cars. That's how bad it is here. But let's look at that car a little bit closer. Oh, wow, it looks like it was just kind of scratched. Now, I had to look in this a little bit more. The company that owns this is called Beryllium, and Beryllium just bought out a company called Guardsman. Guardsman, they're all based in Jamaica, has red trucks. So would it really be that the car shot up with bullet holes and they're continuing to use it? Or that the car was red, they wrapped it black, and the car scraped against something, and now it's there?
Oh, what the fuck? That's insane. The fact that he dug into that is actually insane. Oh my god, that makes a lot more sense, but that's insane how much commitment he's made to this. Jesus Christ. Oh, I hit that on accident.
Why do you have to lie about that? Why do you have to make up this insane narrative? Oh my god, there was a robbery in place and I was about this. That didn't happen, Tyler.
It's a robbery.
This is all he does in his videos. He goes around and he preponders at the crime in all of these horrible cities that he visits. Is that really journalism? Is that really this unbiased truth that you tell? Like these people in this video, the tour guide that you're with, he's just trying to live his life. He's trying to do better. But you come into his country and just absolutely shit on it for like 40 minutes. It's disgusting. I don't know how you could do that. And this guy, if you go on his YouTube channel, all of the comments from underneath his video where he hung out with you, Tyler, for 2 hours are like, I don't trust this guy. This guy's a snake. This guy made our place look so bad. And the guide is like trying to defend. He's like, no, Tyler's actually a good guy. He helped me get views and subscribers and stuff. And it's like,
yeah, that's funny. Obviously he's going to say that because the guy probably got paid for that. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe he just got subscribers from it. I don't know.
That's so disgusting that you're making this guy subtly, you're not asking him to defend you, but essentially he's wanting to defend you because you did give him a little bit of clout when you come into his country and just shit on it for 40 minutes. Like, what the fuck, dude? But it doesn't end there. Later on in this video, Tyler is walking around the street of all of the escorts, ladies of the nights walking around.
Ooh, ladies of the nights, all right.
And then Tyler sees this restaurant, and Tyler says this.
A lot of prostitutes are here. This is one of the hotels where the ladies get brought to have sex with the customers, the Johns. This is called the Pirate Ship Seafood Restaurant. I guess that's just a front or...
Wow, seafood and pussy, huh? Great. That's a little surf and turf. Okay, I guess I could have made a joke about, you know, vaginas smelling like fish, but my wife smells like water, so...
Seafood restaurant by day.
Probably didn't need to say all that, but I did, so...
Prostitute brothel hotel at night. A little bit...
Oh, there's my wife in the chat right there. How you like that?
Inconspicuous at first glance, but in actuality, people are getting banged in there for $15 US.
Nice! Cheap!
So Tyler just walking around, sees this restaurant and sees that the lights are on and assumes that, oh my god, that's where all the people are getting fucked in there, man. It's just fucking great.
I want to go watch.
I mean, it's a brothel. It's the dirt.
15 to fuck, 10 to watch. Am I right, guys?
Biggest place you've ever seen. Yeah, that's where it's happening at. Tyler, this is a Christian catering restaurant that does weddings. Why the fuck would you just make up a lie about this?
I mean, maybe, dude. I don't know how their Christianity manifests in their country. Maybe they do that. I don't know. You know, some of our Christians, unfortunately, they fuck people too. You know, sometimes kids. Terrible stuff.
For what? Like, what is the story that you're trying to tell? Oh, how shitty it is? I don't think you have to disparage a Christian catering restaurant for weddings and say it's a brothel. And the dumbest part about this is, like, you know, Tyler makes like two things. He's like, one, it's a brothel. Two, it's an actual restaurant. And then it's a brothel at night. Like, you can't just say like, oh, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Which we're going to go into that later. That's a whole other can of worms. Either way. And that's
yeah, how much to eat? True. What's the price to eat? You know, it's a little stinky fish.
situation. It's a brothel. But you don't know that, Tyler. The thing is like, this is in a country where they're trying to rebuild, and you're just shitting on the people there for no reason. I'm surprised the guy didn't stop you and say, what the fuck are you talking about? This, you're literally just...
Was he saying it publicly, or was he saying it like as a voiceover afterwards? That's what I would have assumed he was doing.
This shit up. Why would you do this, Tyler? Oh, because you're trying to get clicks and views by making whatever area you're in the shittiest place ever.
You're informing people about current events, topics that the broader public needs to be aware of. And I don't even think we necessarily stand for something besides the search for truth and putting things out there on both sides.
Real American patriots, guys.
Even if one of the sides is controversial or pisses someone off.
So let's go later on in this video. Now, Tyler's talking to some transsexual prostitutes and asking them all about the business.
Is that what they call themselves over there? You should usually say transgender.
Business, and you can see his guy.
But some people still use that term, so.
Right there.
Like on themselves, so I guess that would be respectful if they did.
And all of a sudden, two black guys come up to rob him.
God!
Two armed muggers came over to rob me and my cameraman and barely
He said that with a hard R, dude. Oh my lord, you can't be saying that.
spared us, only after recognizing Jamaica walk by as he yelled, "Bumbleclut!" in the distance. They told us to turn the cameras off, and instead of robbing us, they agreed to be interviewed if we brought them some cash.
Seems pretty scary. So these thugs let Tyler go withdraw cash from the ATM. They literally let them get in their car and go withdraw cash, and then come back to the spot.
We're basically being extorted right now in real
time. Wait, why would they let them do that, though? Why would they, like, yeah, go ahead, come on back. Come on, just come back a little later. You come back with some money. Don't even worry about it. Why would you come back? It doesn't even make sense.
Times where we have to go get some cash, or we run the risk of Fabian getting murdered and killed on the streets one day for conning them. Let's go get robbed.
Okay. I guess that's the narrative.
So two guys that robbed you at knife point let you get in your car to go drive to the ATM while they stayed there, and then you come back with about $150.
And then you come? Ew.
And then convince them to do an interview on camera when you're holding a $3,000 camera that you're filming all this with.
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't they just take the camera then, huh? Okay, maybe this one's real. I don't know, though.
Who's gonna believe this, bro? Who would believe this? That really, you convinced the robbers to give you an interview. Yeah, Tyler, I'm convinced that some guy with a beer gut and a dolled off kitchen knife is, oh my god, they're gonna kill you. Tyler, if you really thought they were gonna kill you, wouldn't you just drive away? Why would you go to the ATM and then come back to try to get an interview? Like, what the fuck are you thinking, dude? Tyler even makes it a point to say, we didn't set this up. We didn't plan this.
So we have to get some cash right now because we spent all of our money interviewing prostitutes, not because we prearranged this, but because they were going to mug us.
Why would you say that? If you really were getting robbed at knife point, I don't know if you would go like this.
Whoa. So that's a big old knife.
I'm getting robbed in 4.
Maybe he wanted to suck his dick. I don't know.
Okay, bro. Oh, look at your gun. Look at your knife. How big it is, bro. There's no way.
Whoa, that's a big old knife you got there. Oh, I can't wait to choke on it.
That actually happened. Now, for this one, I don't have any hard evidence of this being fake, but considering that Tyler's willing to fabricate footage and just make up shit in his videos, I wouldn't put it past him to maybe fabricate this entire situation. But what about what Tyler doesn't tell you in his videos? That could be a little bit important too. Now, Tyler put out this video. I investigated.
I guess that's a good point, though. Where are you going to sell a $3,000 camera? I guess they wouldn't really be able to sell one, huh? Because I guess they'd have to have that much money there in the first place. So maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, brother.
If George Bush did 9/11, Fucking insane topic, but let's get into it. Now, Tyler says he
Well, that's pretty in line with like an insane conservative conspiracy theory, so I'm not surprised.
meets up with a first responder on 9/11.
What if I talk to a first responder on 9/11 who
Well, what the fuck would a first responder know about whether that happened or
was the
not?
New York Fire Commissioner? Let me introduce Chris Joya.
And we're led to believe, wow, this guy fought the fires on 9/11, but now he believes it was actually bombed, that it wasn't the planes. That guy sounds like he has a lot of credibility.
So it's impossible for a building to collapse near free fall speed and increase
Without a controlled demolition.
But Tyler leaves out a couple little details. This guy isn't a firefighter. He's a construction worker who volunteered on 9/11. He's a volunteer.
Well, I guess that would be where he get the credibility from, to be like, oh, it must have been a controlled blah blah blah. I doubt that it was. I think that people have this idea that I think people want to believe that George Bush did 9/11 because it's a scary thought to realize that you know, our country was attacked by a foreign presence and it actually affected us and like wounded the country.
Firefighter. Tyler says he was there on 9/11.
But what if I talk to a first responder on 9/11?
The guy literally says he wasn't there until 4 days after.
You were on site that day.
I was working across the river doing my construction job, and then the fire department got called to duty to assist. Within a couple of days, we wound up down at ground zero.
But this is just small potatoes. Now, during this video, the man talks about the bombing, how they did it, but he doesn't reveal who did it, which would be a little bit important. Now, the man brings up these people did it.
These people that did it don't even care about that.
Who would these people be? While Tyler doesn't say in the video, nor does Chris Goya, we could go online to this man's organization, the Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth. They currently have a federal lawsuit for believing that 5 dancing Israelis blew up the World Trade Center. But
What?
Tyler just...
Oh, the Jews. That's what he... Oh, of course. Why did I expect anything else from a conspiracy theory except for it must have been the Jews? Okay, incredible. We love our anti-Semitism, baby.
Leaves this information now, because clearly if we knew this guy believed Israel blew up the World Trade Center, we probably wouldn't take him seriously.
Probably not. Thanks for the $5 from Alex to Fiction. Hey, Papa, Resident H3 fan here. Sorry I missed the start of the stream. Gotta go back. Hopefully you dunked on this Olivia. Okay, well, I didn't like that last part, but have you watched the Ryan Anision's video about it? No, I haven't.
But I mean, it's all good. It's all in the name of just a little bit of clicks and views, a fun little conspiracy video. And Tyler is so insidious in this video because he's literally leading you 99% of the conspiracy theory, but that 1% of who did it, Tyler doesn't say. So for someone that gets invested in this, you're going to go all the way through, and then if you just go online...
Well, no, most people who are just insane, like, you're going to believe, like, some kind of unhinged conspiracy. Like, that's what you're probably going to believe. You're going to want to believe some kind of unhinged crybaby conspiracy theory about, like, who actually did it, guys, you know?
You could find out yourself. 5 dancing Israelis, the lawsuit is still happening. But what other details does Tyler leave out? Let's go to his video. I investigated the city where you legally must own a gun.
That's me turning myself into the police in Kennesaw, Georgia, where every head of household by law must own a gun. But does everyone here actually own a gun?
Now Tyler drives down to the town and says, I want to visit the antique store that has the law in writing.
You're hearing from the people. I drove downtown to an antique store to see if I could find the law in writing.
So Tyler goes to the antique store, he sees the law in writing, he's talking with the shop owner, they go outside and smoke a cigarette, and then Tyler purchases a bag of assault rocks and a bunch of other items. So much stuff that Tyler needed a bag from this so-called antique store. But Tyler fails to mention some other items this antique store sells. Niglent repellent, a Niglent scalp, minstrel show outfits, and a rack
Oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
of KKK uniforms worn by ex-members. These are actual photos from inside the store.
What the hell?
This isn't a antique store. This is a KKK memorabilia shop that Tyler passed off as a antique shop. Now,
Well, that's not surprising at all.
do you think supporting a store like this might come off as maybe a little bit racist? A store that literally sells Niglent repellent? I would say
That's a racist thing he's saying right there. That's insane.
a little bit so. But Tyler specifically leaves this detail out because he knows it's bad. I mean, hell, he bought so much stuff from this place that he needed a bag to take out everything he bought. I mean, it's just a grand old time at the KKK store, right? He
Jesus Christ.
even shows a little freedom flag playing over the shop owner. So the lady running the KKK store is now all of a sudden a freedom fighter with some shitty green screen American flag? Tyler, good job. Good job, buddy. Now, am I saying this is racist? No.
Yeah, it is. To leave that out is racist. Like that. Why else would he leave that out?
But you can think for yourself. But the saga
I think it's racist, personally, just to be clear.
of the store doesn't end there. Now, in Tyler's next video, he interviewed the most racist man in America.
This is Harrison, Arkansas, and this is the headquarters of the KKK, causing the widespread rumor that Harrison is the most racist town in America. What would happen if me, a white guy, came down asking the same questions? Could I infiltrate the KKK? And will closet racists be more open to sharing their beliefs with me?
Now, Tyler
Closet? I don't know, man. You seem like maybe more than that.
Drives down to the town and he tries to find this guy who's been in 20 other videos who has like KKK connections or whatever. Now Tyler finds the man, sits down with him, and they're talking all about how much he hates black people and so on and so forth. And in the middle of the video, Tyler pulls out a little gift for the man. Now Tyler said this man
a little gift
just appeared out of nowhere, that he wasn't planning on meeting him.
In all honesty, we were headed to the KKK. I had no intention to meet you.
But he just had this gift ready to go. And that gift was the bag of assault rocks that he bought from the KKK store and gifted it to the most racist man in America.
Well, guys, he's just trying to get on. He's just trying to get.
Oh,
He's there as a meme because like a lot of people go there to talk to the most racist man in America after I think Gideon talked to him, right? Yeah, isn't this the guy Gideon talked to? Yeah.
That's kind of funny, right?
Oh, yes.
Do you really think supporting a KKK store and then gifting it to the most racist man in America is a great idea, Tyler? Like, what the f are you thinking? And Tyler was so proud of this moment that he took a picture with him and he posted it on Instagram and Twitter and even used 2 separate pictures when he made those posts. And Tyler left this little fact out because he knew it would come across as bad, that he went into a KKK store, bought this rocks, and then gave it to the most racist man in America.
Base alert, guys. So wow.
Now, am I saying this is racist? But you gotta ask, where does Tyler get some of
yes, I think it is.
these jokes from? Let's go to his one video, inside the country that pays immigrants $34,000 to leave. Now, this whole video is about Muslims invading Sweden, and Tyler at the end of the video says this.
We should be asking ourselves, what is a society and culture willing to sacrifice of itself to accommodate those it welcomes? And is a kebab stand in every street corner worth sacrificing a country's entire culture?
And the country's entire culture. Like, do these people realize that we need immigrants as long as we can put them to work? I don't really understand this whole. It's a fucking immigrant panic is insane. Because this guy has an idea about immigrants that he wants to portray. He's not going there and be like, okay, like what does the facts say about immigrants? Are there positive and negatives? Absolutely. Of course, there's positives and of course there's negatives. But he's not trying to look at it like that. He's just like, okay, let's focus on the negatives and let's not even talk about the positives.
And alongside in the thumbnail, Tyler has the word kebab right in the background. Now, when Tyler equates an entire ethnicity of people to a kebab stand, kebab, that's a reference to the popular meme, Remove Kebab, which if you don't know, is about the Bosnian military when they genocided 7,500 Muslims and made a song called Remove Kebab. And this
Jesus, I had no idea. What the fuck?
Song was played as the New Zealand church crash shooter shot up 51 Muslims in 2 different mosques, and even called himself the Kebab Remover. So,
what the fuck? Jesus Christ.
I don't know if equating an entire ethnicity of people to a kebab stand
is a kebab stand in every street corner worth sacrificing a country's entire culture.
Maybe comes off as a little bit racist. This is like saying, is a 7-Eleven stand in every street corner worth sacrificing an entire country's culture when I'm talking about Indian people? Tyler, that is a straight up dog whistle. Calling people, is it worth the kebab stand? Like, what the Or what about in Tyler's other videos? In this one,
that's actually fucking unhinged.
Tyler investigates the Venezuelan gangs invading Colorado. Now, inside, Tyler is in this apartment building, and clearly it's like falling apart. And he hears a smoke alarm chirp in the background, and Tyler says this.
It's been broken multiple times. You can hear the fire alarm that hasn't been changed. That's a meme.
Well, Tyler...
Yes, that is a meme. That's usually a meme that's targeted at black people, yes.
Where's that meme from?
TikTok.
Oh, it's from 4chan, right here.
Oh, is it? Shit, I heard it on TikTok.
Dropped. It also is a reference to memes like this. Wow. That is some racist ass shit.
I mean, listen, because I've enjoyed that meme too sometimes, but also I don't hate black people, so it's not just like an anti-black dog whistle. It's just me being silly, because I made like a couple of jokes about that before too. I think that's probably the difference between the two of us.
Now, the meme is basically that
I don't go to areas and try to make it seem like black people are violent like he does. So
black people don't change their smoke alarms and that they're scared of them. Would a real journalist bring up a insanely racist meme, and that when Tyler heard the smoke alarm chirp, that clearly meant that black people live inside of the building? It's all a big meme, bro. Now to Tyler, this apparently is hilarious, but let's see what else makes Tyler laugh.
These people that we're talking to have never had a random YouTuber in a blue jacket show up to them with a microphone and ask them their feelings or thoughts on anything. No one cares about these people's opinions, except when we come out of nowhere and give them an opportunity to speak and share thoughts, ideas, beliefs that they've been waiting their whole lives to share.
It's so weird that like discovering the truth, quote unquote, has become one of the newest dog whistles. I don't even know if you call it a dog whistle, but saying that you're exposing the truth of something, it's usually you just saying something that's completely factually unverified. Like you're just saying absolute stupid stuff. Like no one's exposing the truth about, some normal shit. No one's exposing the truth about like, hey, what's going on with climate change or anything. It's always, I'm exposing the truth that, immigrants are violent and black people are, they stink or something like that. Like something insanely fucking racist. Always that. But he won't expose the truth when he goes to an extraordinarily racist store that sells actual KKK memorabilia for fun, and he removes that from his video. That, of course, is not exposing the truth. You can't be doing that.
Yeah.
Black people.
No, Tyler is not an edgelord who didn't grow up. Tyler's racist. Tyler's a racist fucking moron idiot that has no intelligence and is only popular because he lies. He would not be popular if he didn't lie. That's the reality. He's not Andrew Callahan. Andrew Callahan doesn't have to lie for popularity. He does. This guy has to lie for popularity.
People apparently love to shoot other black people.
You want a business out here?
Why is that funny? I don't get it.
Yeah, chicken and watermelon.
And where did the name come from? It's kind of funny.
Be like, go on down the road, you fucking sand monkey. And that's what I say to him.
Why is that funny? I don't understand. Why does that make you chuckle when you hear that? It doesn't make any sense to me.
An automatic assault rocks.
Yeah. Now, beyond the funny memes and funny edits, Tyler loves to bring up the hard-hitting journalism, the real questions that people are dying for. Now, I want to bring up another YouTube journalist that does a way better job than what Tyler does. His name is Tommy G, and Tommy G is interviewing some pimps
Yeah, Tommy Gay. I'm just kidding. I have no idea who this guy is. My bad.
and prostitutes on the street. Now, just to get an idea, pimping is human trafficking. If you don't believe so, go read Iceberg Slim's book, and you'll find out that it is the most horrible shit
Oh yeah, of course it's human trafficking.
out there. And while Tommy G is talking to them, he brings up this.
Where do you see yourself on the balance of good and evil?
Straight good. Ain't no evil in me, you feel me? Everything I'm doing is out the kindness of my heart. I'm trying to make sure everybody that is part of me play my part and we smooth.
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart?
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement to make?
Absolutely not.
That's absolutely an absurd statement. What the fuck?
Wow, so Tommy's actually pushing back on what people are saying. It's almost like Tommy G actually has a spine. Maybe he has some conviction in what he believes. But now I want to show you the hard-hitting questions that Tyler asks when he's talking to a pimp, a literal human trafficker.
Do you pull out?
Well, you know one thing about it, man. Hey, man, rubbers is not for suckers.
Do you pull out? That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the hard-hitting journalism that's needed in the world. Dude,
It's so funny that Tyler's big part of his content is making black people look like violent thugs. That's what it is. That's what he tries to do. But then once he's talking to a literal sex trafficking pimp, he's like, haha, let's have a little bit of a meme. So it's almost like women, somebody who abuses women, that's funny and based. But black people, they're also bad, but hating women is more based than hating black people. That's kind of where we're at. That is Tyler, whatever the fuck his last name is, content.
do pimps pull out? Literally, you are talking to a human trafficker, and the first thing you think of is,
do you pull out?
And to Tyler, it's really just a big joke. He plays the...
Yeah, I mean, that's Hassan levels of criticism on people. Like, you know, hey, let's ask a terrorist a question. Do you like One Piece? Not like, hey, what's going on with this? Oh, you like One Piece? Oh, yeah.
Funny pimp music in the background. And,
Oh, I love
the
One
pimp,
Piece.
He's got the funny glasses, and, oh, do you pull out, bro? Like, Tyler isn't taking the shit seriously. Tommy G is actually hitting them with hard questions, pushing back on what they say, because Tommy actually cares about the content he puts out.
Hey, do you like poop? That's what his next question was going to be. Who doesn't? Am I right, guys?
Really looking for that journalistic truth. But in Tyler's eyes, that question is, do you pull out? Like, what the f? Now, one of the worst things, I think, is when Tyler went to the USA-Mexico border and investigated the migrant crisis. Now, Tyler goes to the border, he talks to both sides. Basically, the video is about how when people claim asylum in the United States, they go into these migrant detention camps where there's no food and water, and they stay there for about a week at a time because the Border Patrol system is so backed up. And he even talks to the locals who say that,
we're just locals over here who have banded together to deal with this historic moment that's taking place in our town. The Border Patrol is detaining people in 3 separate outdoor detention sites in our area, not providing them with any food, water, shelter, or anything like that. So we've been coming in and filling in that role.
Literally, they have had to give these people food and water because the government doesn't. People have died out here in these camps just waiting to get processed by Border Patrol.
Yeah, which is a problem. I mean, just in general, when it comes to the asylum seeking process, it's not efficient like it should be. You know, when we need to get more lawyers down there to expedite the process so that people don't get lost in the system or anything. You know, people are coming here, they're claiming their legal asylum, but we don't have enough infrastructure to get them done quickly, so it takes years, which is ridiculous. You know what I mean? And it would be a deterrent, because if you were able to get them in and be like, oh, you have no valid claim here in less than a month, you'd be able to get them out very easily. But we don't have that infrastructure there, and one of the reasons why we don't have that infrastructure there is because business owners want to use their labor for free, and Democrats and Republicans care more about business owners, rich business owners that want to exploit the law than, you know, the actual country. So,
Do you think people would be dying if not for the help you guys have provided?
Most certainly, yes. Yeah. Actually, 2 people have died.
But Tyler rolls upon one camp that was empty earlier and now is full. And when Border Patrol comes to process these people...
I'm gonna see if I get processed. Should probably get my ID though.
Are you part of this group?
See? Ahora.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna be processed.
Why would you want to get processed?
And Tyler takes up the spot of one of the asylees and tries to get processed by Border Patrol, all as a big fucking joke. Like, what the fuck are you thinking, Tyler? Literally, you took up the spot of someone that was an actual person fleeing their lives as a fuck.
Well, I mean, I don't think he pushed anybody else out of there, but it's still like a weird cringe thing to do.
Fucking meme. What the actual fuck are you thinking? You know the Border Patrol system is backed up for years, and you're just adding on to that for no reason at all. And Tyler was so proud of this that he put it in all of his promo for this video, all over TikTok and Instagram. Oh, I pretended to be an asylee and then get processed. Like, this is the most elitist fucking rich kid.
Did he eat any of the money? Did he eat any of the money? did he eat any of the resources? Did he have any of the snacks for free?
Shit I've ever seen. This is fucking disgusting. And the fact that no one has called you out on this fucking blows my mind. Now, the Border Patrol guards...
I don't think most people would like necessarily care about that. Like, even I'm looking at them like, okay, it's just like stupid and cringe. I don't think most people are like, oh, that's the biggest issue. I think that the constant misrepresentation of different groups of people to generate hate and pull more viewership is the more disgusting thing to me, you know?
Do catch on the Tyler, they clearly see he's like a YouTuber, and they kick him out of the bus. But what the fuck are you thinking? Would a journalist really pretend to be an asylee fleeing their lives, trying to get...
I mean, maybe, honestly. That might actually be something a real journalist does.
...processed by Border Patrol, all as a big joke? I don't fucking...
No, maybe not as a joke, but they actually might do that.
...fucking think so. Now, Tyler's thumbnails have always been a big critique point for him. People have always said they're sensationalist, they have guns and violence and flames, and it's just these crazy thumbnails that aren't actually from the video that he's filming.
A YouTube thumbnail is a compressed combination of symbols that allow a viewer to know what they're going to be watching as soon as humanly possible. Sometimes they do offend people, and I get it. I genuinely do get it. It's something we're kind of working on, but the videos are often redemptive stories of these people, and the coverage is as balanced as possible on both sides. That's something we strive for.
And I just had this thought. I feel like Tyler's thumbnails are what he wants the city that he visits to be like. I mean, let's take example for a Sweden video. Now, when Tyler goes there, it seems pretty peaceful. You know, everyone's talking to him on the streets, everything seems pretty fine, but if you look at the thumbnail, you would get a completely different image. We have this guy with the Gucci bag, and he's all Gucci'd out. We have Swedish flags on the ground burning up. We have people with masks on robbing people in the middle of the street. But Tyler doesn't actually see that at all in the video. But the thumbnail is what he wishes the video would be. Let's go to his George Floyd video. Now, when Tyler goes there, he obviously sees like the George Floyd trial, he's talking to people on the streets, but what Tyler wanted that video to be was he wanted to see a bunch of cops praying down the George Floyd, but clearly he didn't see that. I mean, even in his video about the cat-eating Haitians, now Tyler doesn't ever run into someone holding cats and they're running around and there's flames in the background. He never sees that at all in the video. But Tyler in the thumbnail, he presents there's smoke and there's flames and there's cats.
Yeah, most people are going to write this off as like sensationalized YouTube clickbait thumbnails, which is what it is, but it's obviously shitty to do.
Around black guys just holding cats, but he never sees it. And one
to insinuate that they're eating them, right? Yeah.
thing I thought about in the thumbnails is like most journalists, I don't think would make a random image of stuff they have never even seen or never even proven to have been seen and present that in the thumbnail as almost as if it's truth. Now, Tyler's thumbnails come a lot.
That's true. That's actually true. I mean, if you're going to hold yourself to the standard of some kind of investigative journalist, then you can't be going around doing dumb shit like this. Yeah, that makes sense.
From that whole Mr. Beastified type game. And, you know, these type of thumbnails would be fine for like a prank video, like a Brent Riviera video.
Yeah, but if you're posing yourself as some kind of alternative media source of information, then you should not be engaging in like this insane clickbait. Yeah, that's totally fair. I agree with that.
Had my sister date 100 guys, and then you have 100 ugly guys that are all lined up. But in the video, we never really see that. It's almost like a big caricature of what the video is. And for a video like that, where it's almost like a prank video, typical YouTuber, you're essentially faking the video, that isn't a big problem. But when you're trying to present videos as like actual investigative journalism, like this is what's happening, Tyler never actually sees this stuff going on. But he's always highlighting, he's always making the extreme end of it. And these thumbnails are just the idea of what Tyler wants these cities to be. And I think that really lines up with how he edits the videos, how he uses fake evidence and footage, all in the name to present this fake narrative. And yeah, I'm like crazy sick right now. I just thought that was interesting, so let's continue on. Now, to end this video off, I want to go over Tyler's worst video. Inside the Ohio town invaded by cat-eating Haitians.
Yeah, which is not true, by the way. There's literally not a piece of evidence that suggests that's happening, just to be clear.
Now, when Tyler put this out, it got a ton of press. All over Twitter, all over YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and...
Well, yeah, because basically what happened is there was a false claim from like Trump or J.D. Vance that like Haitians are eating animals in the United States, which there was zero proof or evidence that ever existed ever. It was a complete conspiracy. Tyler makes a video about how that's happening, even though he has no evidence that it's happening. But now that becomes the evidence for Trump and Vance's claim, and now it all just ties itself together of like, oh, see, this must be happening because this investigative journalist who has lied consistently throughout this entire video about every single narrative he pushes, this is the guy we want to push from Fox News, which had to fire Tucker Carlson for knowingly promoted the Dominion voting machine thing when he knew it was false. That's why they lost $800 million. And you see how it all just topples on top of itself. I have no idea how Fox News or the conservative media machine is still going, but it is still the most popular news machine, despite the fact that somehow the mainstream media is knocking Fox News down or is knocking the conservative perspective down. But Fox News is the biggest media platform out of any mainstream media. Twitter is the biggest online platform, which is a complete right-wing conspiracy theorist haven, which is why it's extraordinarily racist, and Elon Musk had to artificially boost his posts, which he always reposts conservative misinformation that's constantly actually getting editor notes onto. You see, so like, where's the suppression of information? I don't understand.
And this video got 47.6 million views across all platforms online.
Well, he's making money lying, so.
Now, while this video got a ton of good press from people online saying that this is proof they're eating the cats, it also got a ton of criticism online. And when Tyler responded to all this criticism, Tyler said that video that he made, this video we're going to talk about right here, it wasn't about the Haitians eating the cats. No. It was about a
even though that's what it said.
Demography shift.
It's interesting that in Springfield, the whole they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs is not a conversation point here, nor have I brought that up due to YouTube censorship. And also, I understand that at the end of the day, and even at the core of that video, that's not what it's about. It's about demography shift.
Well,
that's literally the thumbnail.
Let's see how many times Tyler asked the questions, do Haitians eat the cats?
Haitian immigrants flooded into town with rumors of them eating the neighbor's cats. Haitians are eating cats. Are these Haitians eating cats? Haitians are taking neighbor's cats and eating. The Haitians are eating the neighbor's cats. Rumors of neighbor's cats going missing, getting eaten.
Let's be real though, okay? Because the Haitians are not eating the cats, but I mean, do it, please do, because they're not. They wouldn't be eating neighbor's cats. They'd be eating wild cats, which are annoying as fuck. Okay, eat cats, eat deer. Eat wild dogs. If it's a wild animal, get it away from me. Okay, you ever been driving around? You got a deer jump into the fucking your windshield of your car, like you're going 60 miles an hour, and just decides to run in front of you because it's a fucking moron. Okay, same thing with wild cats. They go around, they fucking piss on everything. They get violent and angry. There's a bunch of other cats because they're not spayed or neutered, and they're just acting a fool. So you know what? I wish they were eating the fucking cats. Okay, I'm disappointed that they aren't. It's unfortunate.
Haitians eating the neighbor's cats. Haitians taking cats. Are they eating cats? Haitians are kidnapping the neighbor's cats.
They're catnapping them. Taking a little catnap.
Yeah, no cat eating. Cats are getting kidnapped. Is that true?
Yes, my mom actually seen a post on Facebook. I believe it. Like, I've heard.
Yeah, my mom saw a post on Facebook. Yeah, it's happening. My mom that lives in this area has not seen the cat getting eaten because her husband won't eat her stinky pussy, but she's seen a post on Facebook. We live here. We've never seen it. We saw a post on Facebook. That's historically true, of course. Just want to show you guys what Facebook is. This is what Facebook is. The mom looks at pictures like this and goes, "Wow, these young African boys, they're so talented. Look at them. They made this entire thing out of Coke cans. Holy fuck. Look at this guy cuddling up with a polar bear. Oh my god, it's Jesus made out of vegetables. Proof God is real." I have a 4th grade education, by the way. What the fuck? Oh my god, is this real? Fish making up Jesus Christ? Oh my god, this is proof that Jesus is absolutely real. Look at this kid. He's a Coca-Cola rooster. Wow, look at these guys are just so funny. These young kids are just so funny. Let's donate to UNICEF. Oh my goodness. Look at what a beautiful picture. Oh my god, somebody made a broccoli tractor. Holy fuck. This is absolutely real. Look at how amazing. Sorry, it's maybe corn or leeks or onions. I don't know. I don't eat vegetables. Well, here's a Coca-Cola gorilla. Praise Jesus Christ. Incredible stuff. Can't believe Coke donated this. Can't believe this young man made sculptures of a Coca-Cola gorilla. That's impressive. Look at this guy. I can't believe he built that. This is so impressive. Oh my god. This little kid died of oxygen and it's her birthday today. She's 76 maybe, or 6 or 8. I don't know. Maybe the candle melted. Oh no, this is also probably a migrant kid that came from someplace. Oh, they're an illegal. Do we hate them? I don't know what to feel anymore. I'm a fucking moron conservative. Here's Papa God hanging out with a black kid. This black kid is a fan of Papa God. He made me. He literally made me with hair for some reason. Wow, this is what Facebook information is. It is a trough, a pig trough of AI video, of AI pictures being pushed by other AI. It's complete dead internet theory. 99% of all the comments are just from other AI platforms pushing it on Facebook to keep it alive, and your grandma and grandpa's going, "This is probably real. This is probably real." But guys, guess what? The actual statistics about COVID, that's fake. That one's fake. Okay, that's fake. Jesus Christ made out of shrimp, that one's real. But COVID, that's so fake. I'm retired and didn't have to leave my house. Wow, incredible stuff. So that's what that is, just to be clear.
Heard rumors about them taking the geese and killing them.
I wouldn't be surprised though, because we have.
Oh no, don't kill geese. They're such nice animals. Geese are always so friendly. Don't kill the geese. Are you kidding me? If migrants were actually coming to America and killing stray cats and dogs and geese, then you know what? I'm gonna pay to get more over here because I fucking hate all of them. They're killing the geese. Fuck the geese. Why do I care about geese?
We have a lot of cats around here.
Good.
¿Es cierto que personas comen los gatos o no? Bonjour.
You got a cat right beside you.
Stop! You know what? I've seen a video of a guy getting a Canadian goose, a Haitian dude.
We've lost a whole bunch of cats. There was a van pulled over that had over 100 cats in it with the Haitians. They said they was eating them.
Actually?
Yeah.
Wow, that's real? How are you losing your cats? You seem like a very irresponsible owner. Do we know nobody's thinking about that? Yeah, my cats just kept getting out. What do you have, like 100 outside cats? Yeah. I have like 1,000 outside cats. But the problem is that these magical Haitians that I can't prove are eating them. Not the fact that I'm an irresponsible pet owner. It's the fact that I have hundreds of cats that were stolen. What are you, fucking breeding them illegally? He probably is having sex with the cats, unironically. Let's be real.
Not fake news.
Not fake news.
So, I understand that at the end
fake news. Everything's fake news.
Day, and even at the core of that video, that's not what it's about. It's about demography shift.
So the video that isn't about eating the cats has the thumbnail, "Do you eat the cats?" Hundreds of cats
I do. Ask my wife.
on the background. Inside the Ohio town invaded by cat-eating Haitians. You literally ask everyone in the video, are the Haitians eating the cats? Yeah, I would say that's what the video's about, Tyler. Now, Tyler loves to try to slime his way away from any criticism he receives, but this video was about Haitians eating cats. And you might ask, well, is that a rumor based on anything true? Now, in the beginning of the video, Tyler shows his
No, Trump said it, so it has to be a fact.
evidence of the Haitians eating the cats. And we see this body cam footage from a police officer and this lady eating a cat.
Rumors of them eating the neighbor's cats and local geese.
What did you do? Why'd you kill the cat? Did you eat that cat?
You know what's so funny? The Haitians eating cats thing probably was just a rumor started by some woman that wanted her husband to eat her out, but he wouldn't do it. She's like, why don't the Haitians eat the cat? And he's like, what? They're eating the fucking cats! And he's going absolutely berserk crazy. He's like, Trump, I'm literally my wife said that Haitians are eating cats. It's the first time I've ever listened to my wife, by the way. She said we're eating cat. Oh my God, they're eating the fucking cats. Donald Trump makes a whole thing. JD Vance say, oh, talk about how cats are getting eaten in fucking United States by Haitian immigrants. Oh my God, despite the fact that there hasn't been a single bit of evidence that that's ever happening. Tyler Oliveira decides to make a video about it, going on and on about Haitians eating cats, all because a woman wanted her fucking pussy ate. That's it. Okay, this is how misinformation spreads, because you now eat your wife's pussy. Eat your wife out, you fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay? Because clearly, nobody's talking about eating the dogs, because girls are going down on that hot dog. $1.50 Costco. That's fucking crazy. This is how misinformation starts.
Now, you would think that, oh wow, the lady's black. Seems like, okay, she must be Haitian. Oh, okay, so the Haitians are eating the cats. But this clip is of an American citizen that was literally on a psychotic breakdown that ate a cat.
That's crazy. That's kind of like my wife in her lesbian phase.
But Tyler is passing this off as the Haitians are eating the cats, and this is the evidence. But then Tyler shows another clip. Now, the rumor then turned into, are the Haitians also eating the gooses? So Tyler
the silly gooses
then shows this picture of a black man that we see walking with two geese.
Well, I've seen a video of a guy getting a Canadian goose, a Haitian dude.
And we're thinking, wow, okay, so because the man's black, okay, he's Haitian, and then he has two geese, okay.
And he's scaring me? Sorry, that's just a joke.
So it has to be Haitians eating the geese now, too. But this image was also debunked. This was an American citizen picking up roadkill on the side of the road, and someone snapped a picture and spread false misinformation.
Shit, at least somebody's fucking picking up the roadkill.
Like this. Now, this whole video is based around Tyler just asking questions, are the Haitians eating the cats, with no evidence to back it up. Now, this is a common tactic used by conspiracy theorists. So, Tyler, let me ask you a question. I heard your mom was sucking some dong for $50 at the bar, and I had a good friend of mine tell me that they saw her in the car sucking some dong. Is that
a $50 fucking dick suck is pretty good. Actually, it's a little pricey. She must be good.
Is that true, Tyler? Does your mom suck dong for $50? I can tell you an insane conspiracy theory based on no evidence, present it as a question, and it almost gives it some validity.
Aliens built the pyramids? Do you think it's possible George Bush did 9/11?
Wait for me right now. Oh, who are you afraid of at night?
Men.
Which men? Men in general, or specific types of men who come from different places?
Men.
If he was black, would you guys date?
Bonjour. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
You speak English, French?
How disrespectful is that?
You had a kid who was 5 years old.
Why was it disrespectful?
And they said, Daddy, I'm a guy, but I think I'm a girl. What would you say? How does it feel to facilitate more deaths via secondhand obesity?
You are trespassing. Leave my building now. Leave the building now.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to give me the answer, you tell me what answer I'm going to give you.
No, I'm just asking a question.
That guy's funny. That's exactly what it is. You're looking for an answer all the time.
And Tyler knows that. But if you were to push me back on that, like, bro, my mom doesn't suck dong for $50. Oh, well, I'm just asking a question, man. Don't get mad at me. That's what Tyler's doing here. Because this whole thing of Tyler asking people if the Haitians eat the cats.
I actually saw it on Facebook that Tyler's mom sucks really mean dick. It's actually fucking insane.
Let's think about another equivalent. This is like going up to Asian people point blank and saying, I heard on Twitter that Asian people are eating dogs. Is that true? Tyler doesn't have any social...
I mean, I saw videos on Facebook of it. Bro, not for nothing, but people in other countries will sometimes eat like dogs and cats. And who cares? Like, it's the same thing as eating. What the fuck is the difference between a cow and a dog? Nothing. It's an animal. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I don't care if people are eating dogs and cats. I care if they kill them humanely, to be honest with you. That's just like the reality of the situation. But it's not happening in America because we have proof of it.
Bring to maybe think, maybe that might not be...
Like, the same people who think that pigeons are literal government spies are the same people who can't provide the evidence that cats are being eaten. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
An appropriate question to ask. Why did no one else make this video on YouTube? Maybe because it's a little bit racist. Now, Andrew Callahan, Channel 5, he runs another channel that Tyler essentially ripped off from and made into his own thing.
Yeah, basically, Tyler is the shit version of Andrew Callahan. Andrew Callahan's like an honest, good guy. And Tyler Oliveira is a scumbag that eats shit, actually. And his mom sucks dick. I don't know if you guys knew that. I saw that on Facebook.
Does the same thing. He goes boots on the ground, does journalism. And Andrew even made it a point to say that he would not be coming to Springfield, ask people about the Haitians eating the cats.
By the time I wrapped up my report in Colorado, the front lines of the migrant hysteria crisis had already shifted fronts, from Aurora over to Springfield, Ohio, where Trump and J.D. Vance claimed that Haitians were eating cats.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in, they're eating the cats.
A claim that was debunked by the mayor, the state, and basically everybody else. After the presidential debates, my inbox was flooded by emails saying that Channel 5 should go there. But guess what? I'm not going. I'm not going to follow every shitty thing that Trump says about migrants across the country and feed the algorithm they've created by lying.
Fair enough. Gotta respect the guy.
But Tyler doesn't care because he knew he was going to get mad views on this. And
well, yeah, but no, Tyler does care. Just to be absolutely clear, don't say Tyler doesn't care. Tyler does care. He wants this. This is what he likes. This isn't. I just want people to have the right framing. Tyler's not somebody who's like, I'm going to kind of take advantage of misinformation for attention. Tyler believes the misinformation and wants to propagate it. Tyler is trying to position himself as the proof of Trump's unprovable claims. That's who he is. That's who he wants to be. He's a fucking moron. And his mom legitimately sucks dick for $50. I saw that on Facebook. Okay? And if the evidence that I saw something on Facebook is enough to prove to him that cats and dogs are getting eaten by migrants in America, it's enough to prove that his mom's sucking fucking dicks on it's enough to prove that his mom sucks fat dicks. And they were fat. They were fat as fuck. They were huge. Okay? I saw it on Facebook. I didn't happen to me because I don't have a fat dick. But I saw it.
Clearly did. 47.6 million views. Now, this video is a whole can of worms in terms of the whole just asking questions.
More like a whole can of cats, am I right?
Things. And what's really like annoying about all this is that it could only take Tyler a minute to spread misinformation, but it takes an hour to debunk it. Now, I'm not going to go through this entire video and all the little details about it, but essentially this whole just asking questions things, this is in nearly all of Tyler's videos, and the Springfield video is the creme de la creme of it. And like, it's one thing to let people speak about what they think when you ask them a question to make themselves look dumb, but when Tyler doesn't push back on anything they say, it's almost like he's kind of, not co-signing, but almost like, okay, there is some evidence to this, but there's absolutely none.
There was Haitians in a white van driving around the neighborhoods collecting cats.
For what?
Skinning them and eating them.
Where did they get the van? Maybe JD van.
Van was collecting cats and eating them.
I watched it happen, yeah.
I watched it happen. I fucking saw Bigfoot the other day. Did you guys know that? I'm not even kidding. I saw a Bigfoot. He literally was getting his dick sucked for $50 by somebody. That was the most impressive part about it. I don't even know where he got $50 from. I would have assumed he wouldn't have any money. It's just crazy.
Them get pulled over with the cats and admit to the police that they was eating them.
Oh my God, they admitted. That's fucking incredible.
No, I'm almost 50 years old, buddy. I don't know.
See, a real journalist would push back on what these people say. When people talk about, oh my God, I saw the police, the cats in the van and everything, Tyler could have gone down to the police station and gotten the police report if this guy was for real. But Tyler didn't, because he just wants to take this guy's rumor and just spread it on as it's actually fact. And Tyler knows that if he ever gets pushed on this, he could always go back to the whole, I'm just asking questions, bro. But Tyler doesn't care.
Yeah, it's a coward's tactic. That's what he's looking for.
About fixing the problems that he so often shows the world. Because the dollar at the end of the day is Tyler's goal. And his incentive is to highlight and throw gasoline and incentivize as many of these problems as possible because it gets Tyler as many clicks as possible. This video took
That is very true.
Took about 4 months to make, and I
Jesus Christ. That's fucking crazy.
only went through a few of his videos. Now, there are so many videos that are based in the same format online that I think a lot more debunking needs to be done. A lot more of this just misinformation, hoaxes, and just made-up shit needs to be taken down, because it is so harmful to our platform. If we're really trying to have actual truth-seeking journalism, really try to show that, because everything I've showed you today is anything but that. And I would just ask you one last time, is all of this stuff in this video something a real journalist would do? Thank you for watching.
No, obviously not. But this is something that somebody would do if their mom sucked dick for $50. Let's read the Twitter response. I guess a little back and forth. Here's Tyler Oliveira. My response is some valid criticism I receive that finally isn't just somebody calling me Hitler. The YouTuber Vince Vintage spent the last 4 months going through roughly 2 years worth of videos and produced a 49-minute video attempting to paint me as an evil supervillain. More like a dumb fucking moron. While Vince spends most of this time in his video trying to imply I am racist, Vince did, in fact, find some B-roll shots on a few videos, mostly about videos about American cities with tons of crime that don't match the given city we were discussing. Yeah, that's pretty shitty. For instance, a news clip from West Oakland, Pittsburgh made it in our video about Oakland. A New York City headline about a shooting made the final cut of the video about New Orleans. What do you mean made the cut? You just randomly found it? They were Googling something. They're like, we need to find this narrative. They Googled it, found it from a different state. And they're like, just put it in. A news clip of a troubled teen in Miami that made it into the video about Memphis. To whoever this may surprise, I have a small team that helps me edit these videos. I have an editor dedicated to placing B-roll on top of our videos to add visual aid or to show examples of various things we discuss in videos. But it's not an example of what you're discussing. It's an example of misinformation. While it's not difficult at all to find a shot of a carjacking, shooting, or robbery in Memphis, for example, then you would have found that. Vince points out a few examples of just outright incorrect B-roll placements that don't match the city in question. So far, he's talking about how he has this. I just want you to be very, very clear. When he says he has a small team that helps him edit, there's an intention, there's words, or rather, there's an energy behind those words that you're supposed to pick up. You're supposed to pick up, oh, okay, so they're like not very professional. The team, okay, it's just a small team. It's not. They must have made a mistake. This guy, okay, I want to be very clear here. When this guy posts videos, he gets millions of views of video. This one's 300K, 1.5 mil, 1.8, 700K, 1.5, 2 mil, 2.7, 2.5, on top of whatever, 8.5, 2.2, 2.1, 4.4. I have a 58,000 viewer channel. Okay, follow channel where I post a video every day that gets roughly 10,000 views per video. And on my YouTube alone, I make a very comfortable salary by myself. It's a comfortable salary. I'm not going to say how much it is, but it's a lot more than you'd expect. I don't get I get a minuscule fraction of this money. The amount of money that he makes is indescribable. And this doesn't count any fan donations that he most likely asks for in his thing here. Right? He has a Patreon right here. We literally found it. He has a Patreon with mega supporters. I wonder if he seems to have, I don't know if I can't find it or not, but I don't know. He seems to have hidden how much money he makes on here because there's a way to look at that, but I'm guaranteeing you that he makes plenty of money on here. Okay? I can't find it, but he does. He also has a shop, apparently. This guy is trying to say that he has a small, unprofessional team. He has a massive team. So these are you have to make sure you understand what he's trying to say. He has a small editing team. This guy, they make millions of dollars a year. He makes millions of dollars a year. This is not a small editing team. He probably has editors with six-figure incomes that are looking to push a narrative, and the narrative is never what the truth is. It's just whatever narrative he's looking to push. Just to be absolutely clear. Where were we? A handful of inaccurate B-roll shots, just a small handful, guys. Don't invalidate any of the conversations we have, the statistics we show, or the point of a given video, but it's 100% on us that these made the finished products. It does. It absolutely does. If you lie about something, it brings your entire credibility into question. That is how lies work. If you can't even be bothered to push the right information, then it brings all your credibility into question. Hey, what's going on, Vince? These weren't just misplaced re-rolls. He was using clips of kids with guns from Miami to prove kids in Oakland have guns. Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, that, absolutely. This is Twitter. Like, they believe him because they're absolutely fucking stupid. Ultimately, everything we do is under microscopic examination, and we will most likely make mistakes. It's not. This is the first time he's got any meaningful pushback from anybody. Like this in the future. We will be more vigilant. Why can't I say that word correctly the first time? To do our best to avoid them, but with the type of content we produce, perfection isn't guaranteed. That's insane because Andrew Callahan has never had his credibility called into question over this. This is all a work in progress, and we will continue to learn from our mistakes. Thank you all for those who offer constructive feedback, and we will do our best to meet your expectations. I appreciate all your support. Merry Christmas, gang. Just to be absolutely clear, he didn't say his mom doesn't suck dick for $50. So if he didn't mention it, then it's probably true. I just want you guys to understand that. Okay? Thank you for the 6-month medium gut from Gus Gundam. I don't know what the fuck. Oh, too. Missed a lot of context, but chat, is this based? Also just got back from AIT and Papa Guy's looking like Papa Abs. Thank you, dude. There we go, bro. There we go, dude. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. What do you think about that? All right, let's see Vince's response. Are you going to blame your editors for why you baited someone with a PS5 to break into your car? I would have broken into that fucking car. All right, actually, I would have played black guys to do it. This way I can pretend that, see, it's not white people. That's a racist joke, just in case nobody understands. But it's meant to be a conversation about systemic racism or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Tyler, this is the equivalent of blaming a woman for getting raped after she wore a dress that was too short outside. Wow. You imply a criminal just can't help themselves and has to break into the car the moment they see someone else's property. No, that's not what it implies at all. Okay? What this implies from any normal human being is that you want somebody to break into your car. Okay? That's what you're doing here. A woman dressed in a certain way is very different from what's happening here. This guy's full of shit. Anyway, it's nice that this guy's finally getting some pushback, but the reality is that like he's completely Twitter branded. Like nobody that watches content is ever going to care because they don't care about facts. They're fucking dumb as dog shit. So unfortunate.